What's up, my fellow Game Ambassadors? What's good? What's popping? What's going on? In between, underneath, excuse me, something in my eye. Above, and all that good stuff. How you feeling? How you kicking it? How you breathing? The moral of the story is how you doing. So, welcome to my new channel, Yasmin. Yes, me. So I did do an introduction video for you guys yesterday. And I just tried uploading it, but it didn't upload. And I have deleted it before I found out that it didn't upload properly. So the introduction is gone. But I am going to do, I'm gonna try to do my reviews differently. When I just, So currently, I'm gonna give you guys the review of Married to Medicine. Later on, I'm just now getting into it, so like I really don't know people like that, so like yeah. But I'm currently in the midst of watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and that one I've been into, so yeah. So basically, I'm gonna catch you on what happened so far in the season, and then as I'm watching it, I'm gonna come and give you like my little thoughts or whatever. So last episode was about, okay, so this whole season so far has been, first it started off with Crystal and Sutton having a little debacle, okay? And all it was really about was Crystal trying to stand up for Sutton. But Sutton had her little backbone out of nowhere and was not trying to understand that, yo, she was just standing up for you while they were talking about you. And then it got to the whole thing of like, oh, whatever Sutton say was dark and gloomy and oh my gosh. But couldn't prove what it was that was dark that Sutton said. So now they get through that. They introduce a new housewife, which is Diana, which we later on find out on social media that she is not for the blacks. So I am not for her. So Diana and Sutton are having a little tobacco now. This whole season has literally thus far been about Sutton. I don't understand why. Because I'm not really a big fan of Sutton. Like, she's like, the last season she was very much giving a 2-year-old, but she's 50, 60, I don't know, but she's grown. But she was giving, crying every second, being oversensitive. It was just like, ugh. That's why I stopped watching Hero Academia, because I don't like the whining and stuff. Like, ew, stop, you're grown. What are you doing? Anyway, so the whole thing with Crystal occurred, and then Crystal apologizes to Sutton multiple times. And there was a scene that was like really cringy for me, when I was just like, Sutton, you're doing too much. When she was telling her to repeat after her that she would not da-da-da-da. And she was like, no, say what I'm saying. And I'm like, Crystal is a grown woman. And if I was Crystal in that moment, I would have been like, I almost said, girl, I'll take my apology back. Forget you and this friend, girl, bye. What? No. Is she gonna do it too? I'm sorry. Anyway, and then Garcelle is just D-riding so hard. Just so hard with Sutton. It's just like, she's constantly always standing up for Sutton, but Sutton never stands up for her. I don't get that dynamic. And then, so the recent episode, Sutton was supposed to go meet up with Diana, because Diana from the beginning just did not like Sutton, because she could read through Sutton and the whole manipulation thing or whatever, right? Which I did like Diana when she first got on there, but she's literally always talking about her money, like what she does. And me, I can't go into stores because I'm allergic to dust, but there's dust particles everywhere, so you can't go outside either. Like what? Girl, what? Anyway, so fast forward, Sutton and Diana issue starts off at the trip that they went to. I forgot where they went, but they went, I think it was some Mexico, something like that. They went to some type of Hispanic place. And it started off there because Sutton was talking to Crystal. Diana was trying to tell Sutton something, and then Sutton yells at Diana. Wow. Prior to that, Diana and Sutton met up, and Sutton was like, "Oh, I don't like being yelled at. Da da da. I don't like being talked to aggressively." But then she does it to Diana. And Diana's like, "Girl, you get one time with me. I would have headbutted you." Oh, okay. You would have. Oh, okay. It messed up your plastic surgery. Oh, okay, great. So she apologized. Sutton apologized to Diana, and whatever. The next time they meet up again on a boat, Diana is talking about her brother, the death of her brother, or whatever. I forgot where she's from, but Yugoslavia or something like, I don't know. But her brother dies in the war or something like that, and she was talking about that, and then Sutton, in true fashion, brings it back to herself, and is like, well, I lost my brother too, or something like that. Da da da, with the whoop. And then Diana kind of got annoyed because she's like, I was trying to open up, but then you keep making it about yourself. So she kind of just walked away. And then she tried to jump off the boat and swim away, but she got stung by like a little starfish or jellyfish or something. I don't know. Can't remember. So she had to come back to the boat. Whoa, she was really trying to run away. Meantime, Erica is having her little debacle, okay, with this drinking and mixing it with her antidepressant medication, which is causing her to have these overly unnormal of herself but they do say that drinking does bring the real side of you. So I don't know if this is truly her real side. But having this overly sexualness and overly it's just too much. It's getting to the verge of being addiction. That's what it's getting to the verge of. So fast forward to Erica, her issue. Garcelle has this her birthday party. Her sons come. Garcelle's older son meets the ladies, and then Erica, in her true drunken fashion, tries to hit on her son. Now, he's grown, so... but he's way younger than her, but still, he's grown. So, she hits on him, and he's like, yo, I'm married, da-da-da. And she's like, well, have your wife DM me. We could do a threesome. Like, what? Lady, what? If you don't sit your little drunk old self on down somewhere. No. So he laughs it off like, okay. And fast forward, Garcelle's other little, he's the youngest son or something like that, comes to get his mother's flowers. People brought her flowers for her birthday. And he comes to pick it up. But Erica, true fashion, yet again, curses the boy out and is like, get the F out of here. Da-da-da-da. He's like, I'm just trying to get my mom's flowers. Da-da-da. He's like, get the F out of here. Ah. So Crystal's like, don't mind those old ladies. Come on, let's go, whatever. And if that was me in that moment, if I was Chris, I would have been like, girl, do not ever talk to him like that. Like, are you dumb or you dumb? What's wrong with you? Who raised you? This is a child. What are you talking about? And this is his mother's party. Don't tell him what he can and cannot do. Like, I would have spazzed out on her. Crystal was just being all... I don't understand Crystal. In her confessional, she would be more so like... Not confrontational, but she would say her mind, but don't say her mind. Don't speak her mind in person. When you could just speak your mind. And this is not even being racist, but like... I thought like... I always just thought Asian people were more, not confrontational, but like spoke their mind. I just always thought like, you can't play with no Asians because they will, like, they're not for play. And I just don't understand. Why are you for play? What are you doing? For these white folks? Girl, bye. Ugh. So, the son goes and tell his mother what happens because he's like offended. Like, why is she talk like... Why is this grown woman talking to me like that? So Garcelle comes, and she's like real, like that scene with me, and if that was my child that you talked to like that at my, well, I almost cursed, at my party, it wouldn't have been no calm conversation like how Garcelle had it. Erica, you can't talk to him like that. Why are you talking to him like that? He's offended. Go apologize to him. And then she's gonna be like, Eric, come here. Come here, Eric. Why would he come here? For what? You're the one who, like, why? You couldn't go to him and go apologize? Like, what's wrong with you? So, then, later on, that was the end of that thing or whatever. Oh, then, Diana and Garcelle and, whatchamacallit, Sutton all get into it at Garcelle's party because Diana sent out this group chat that, like, because before she went on that trip that I was talking about prior, she just had a miscarriage or whatever, and I guess her doctor told her she wasn't really supposed to travel, but she decided to travel because she was trying to give herself a pick me up. And that trip that she went ended up like messing with her health, so she sent like a group chat and a message about like her bleeding or whatever, which was fine, but like when she added Garcelle at the end and spelled her name wrong, according to Garcelle and Sutton, that she spelled her name wrong, and was like, Garcelle considered this rude, but I don't care. And I was just like, girl, if you want to tell everybody like, hey, I'm not feeling good, just in case you guys have anything and I'm not able to come, this is why, that's different. But for why you, Garcelle don't care, girl, she don't care about you like that. So Sutton felt the need to like address Diana and was like, she got some explaining to do, whatever. And I'm like, Sutton, she don't need to explain nothing to you. You are not her mother, nor her daddy, nor her auntie, nor her uncle. Like, she don't got nothing to explain to you. She's grown. What do you mean she got explain to do? Because she's supposed to be in bed and she's at the party? Like, so what? Maybe she feels better. So what? And you, of all people, who's trying to be on good terms with this lady, why are you even, girl? And then the way you approach her, you got some explaining to do. No, I don't. No, I don't. Sit down, Sutton. I don't know where you got this backbone from, but sit down. Bring it down to a 2. Because what? So they end up talking about it. Diana ends up going off on her. Sutton ends up going off on her as well. And they're like, oh, you soulless. Oh, you're an asshole. Oh, this and that, or whatever. And then Garcelle comes and she's like, oh, I got time for this. And well, what really tickled me was when Diana was like to Garcelle, are you her bodyguard or are you her mouthpiece? Because she can talk for herself. I was like, and she can. Can you let Sutton battle her own battles? She started this. Didn't nobody ask her to approach that lady. She started this one. Like, can you let her do her own battles? Please, Garcelle. I don't know why this thing with black women feel the need to, like, protect white people. They don't be protecting us. Why are you so white people? Why? Now, I'm not saying that she's not for the blacks. I'm not saying that raw. But in this season, she's just so much trying to protect Garcelle. Like, I mean, not Garcelle. Trying to protect Sutton against the other white people. Garcelle, let Sutton fight against her white people. Like, what? Who cares about Sutton and her feelings? Sutton will survive. All she's going to do is cry anyway. Moving on. Ciao. So then they end up hugging it. Garcelle leaves and Sutton and Diana ends up hugging it out or whatever. And to her, she thought like Diana was over it. And I kind of understand Diana on this part. Because like, just because it's a show that's not me, I'm just going to get over it within 2.5 seconds of you doing something to me that was hurtful. Like, that's not realistic. Like, come on now. The next scene, I'm just going to be like, oh my gosh, yeah, girl. We're friends again. No, it doesn't work like that. Sometimes people don't heal that fast. But when it was the hypocritical thing about it is, not with Diana, but with everybody else was, like, how they expected Shorty, Crystal, to get over what Sutton did to her. But the girl was still processing it. Like, she was telling them, like, I'm still processing this. They just could not understand or fathom the fact that she's not over the situation. Like, what? So now even fast forward, Garcelle ended up sitting with Erica later on in the scene and telling her, like, yo, you, I don't care what you do, but one thing you're not going to do is disrespect my son. No child, but especially not my son. You're not gonna respect my son, not on my watch, not on my dime, not ever. And I feel like she said it in the most, white people, you can't really go at white people the way you go at black people. So she said it in the most way where a white person will understand what she's saying. So Erica apologized or whatever, and then I guess, and then from that it just has, and then while she was talking to her, what's her name? What's the Hilton girl name? I can't remember her name because I'm just don't really care about her. But Kathy's sister, she's ends up interjecting herself, and then Garcelle was like, "But I'm not talking to you." But I be feeling the same way. Like when you interject yourself in certain situations, nobody be talking to you. So what's the issue here? But she ends up telling them like, "Yo, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to her. Let her da da da." And she's like, "Oh no, she's going through stuff. Okay, going through stuff does not give you an excuse to just do whatever you want to do to people, like drinking and all that. Like you need to pick between the meds or you're gonna pick alcohol. Pick which struggle you're gonna have at a time. Like, girl, why would you mix the both when you know that's not it? Anyway, it's not here nor there. Yeah. So now we are currently at the part where Erica has now been told by Lisa Rinna about her drinking as well, because she also had another issue at Diana's Christmas party thing or whatever, and she was just belligerently drunk. And Garcelle witnessed that too, and she was telling Kathy's sister that, girl, like, so at what point are you like at what point is this gonna be an issue when she is like falling down the stairs or like what? And then come to find out she bumped her head at home when she got home because she was so drunk. So after Lisa Rinna talked to her, she's like, I'm gonna calm down from drinking or whatever. Then the next scene, this is all like episodes collide that I'm giving you a summary of. So then the next episode or a scene or whatever, you see her and Garcelle meet up. I think that's the ending of the last episode. Her and Garcelle meet up, and she orders chamomile tea, but then they're like, oh, they don't have hot drinks at the rooftop or whatever. So then she goes to Patron, and then Garcelle was like, so chamomile or Patron? But then I'm like, Garcelle, you ordered a drink, and you know she has a drinking problem. So why not just order some water or some tea? Or why not order some juice or like soda or something so that will prevent her from feeling the need to order some alcohol? Like what? And even though she is grown and she should be able to do what she should be able to do what's right for her. But Garcelle, like, why would you drink in front of her? And they're gonna complain about it. And I didn't understand that part. So now Garcelle and Erica are talking, and then she's like, Garcelle asked her, like, now that your eyes are open or whatever, what do you see about the friend group or whatever? And then Erica proceeds to tell Garcelle that Sutton is a liability for her. And then I'm like, but not this drink and mixed with meds. Talking about somebody's a liability. You are a legit walking liability, which Garcelle said. Like, what are you talking about? Now, Sutton is, because Sutton does get herself into stuff and then want to act like a victim when she gets herself into predicaments. Yes, she's right about that. But you have no room to talk at all. So now we're in the next episode now. So you're going to be watching me give you my little live feedback or whatever. So let's get into it.
This was a big reason I decided to post for Playboy magazine. And, some may shock people, so it's a little scary. Listen, not a lot of people have forgive me.
So far, it's boring. It started off with Lisa Rinna inviting everybody to her wine tasting. FaceTime everybody because majority of the cast has COVID now.
Really scary.
It's exciting, and I know it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it is nerve-wracking.
Now, Dorit and Garcelle are meeting up to... Oh, before that...
When writing the book, I realized, no, there's no peace around that. It's still haunting you.
Sutton and her children came back certain children came back to town, and she was on to her children. Now Garcelle and Dorit are at dinner, lunch. I don't know. It looks like dinner.
And they said to him, I'm sorry,
So
but you're going to have to get home.
yeah.
So they did nothing.
And then Dorit's basically talking about her husband getting a suspension of DUI, and him not telling her right away. He only told her the day after because she had to go pick up the car. But he tell Mauricio way before he told his wife.
Drove PK home. That would never happen in my world to anybody I know that's black. That would never happen. Ever. Did you stop and get a steak too?
Yes, so Saturday is Rena's wine tasting.
White privilege at its finest.
I don't know.
Boom. Yup.
And she totally said.
Child, the Lisa Rinna and the Sutton relationship or scene they just did or whatever is real cringy. It's coming off as Sutton is how I explain it. Lisa is somewhat passive aggressive towards Sutton, and Sutton is taking it. And it's like, ugh, why? Just why? It's real cringe for everything.
No. That's exactly right. Every day.
I don't even know the name of her wine.
These are whacked down. Okay, well, I don't.
This is giving me very much so Drop It With Drew. It's giving Drop It With Drew. Like, how do you not know the name of your wine that you are hosting this party for? Renarita? Yeah, that's right. What? Sure.
When we talk about one another, when the person that's
Right.
isn't there.
But we can't ask her what she's doing. We'll talk to her about it.
I don't know a lot about this eating disorder. Crystal and I, we haven't talked about it personally one-on-one. So I want to stay out of it. I don't want to get involved.
Anyway, yeah.
The one time that Sutton spoke some truth. Because why y'all talking about Crystal eating disability without Crystal being there? And if Crystal didn't tell the other ladies, why are you telling the other ladies? Talking about she needs help. If she needs help, she will go get her some help. She said that she was fine.
Basically, this is a continuation from...
Let people deal with things how they want to deal with them. Like, what's wrong with the child?
Doesn't sound like you've forgiven me. I did it in a flippant moment.
It's not flippant and it's not misguided words
You know,
or
Lisa,
whatever.
you're very funny because our lunch went very differently than right now.
You shouldn't have done it.
No.
You know that. You did say you were sorry.
I did.
And I have to move on now.
Well, and I kind of knew you have,
An audience?
Yeah.
You think I'm going to play it? No.
Yeah. I
It's
can't.
not about me.
I
You
can't.
did it.
I can't help you.
You did it.
Forgive me.
You
I
did
can't.
it.
I want you to because I do like you.
You do like me.
I do.
I do like you.
I do like you.
Jeez.
And I think that you are a good person some days. And
You know what? No. You don't respect me.
What am I
By
supposed to
the way, you don't respect me.
Child.
You certainly respect me.
What is happening?
Because there's still some injustice to it. It's still Sutton not being honest about
She
what
was
he
just
really
sitting
did.
there smiling in her face just a second ago.
It's very, very, very frustrating. I have told you, I have talked.
you were very
Shut.
I have talked so nasty behind your back. You should know
You told
that
me.
it's gonna come
told me that
hard.
you did.
Don't come for me on national television with your bullshit. Sorry.
So wrong.
I'm not thrilled with what Sutton did around the charity thing. I mean, how stupid is that? She should have kept her mouth shut.
That's narcissism. That's just being narcissistic.
Oh, wow.
Great up from that. If Sutton said to me, you know what? I did this out of spite. I wanted to hurt you because you hurt my friend Garcelle. I think I would move past it. Listen, I wanted to drag
Humiliate you or not. First, you didn't humiliate me. You humiliated yourself. Then you humiliated me, Harry, and yourself and the children. Girl, did she or did she not? 'Cause,
judging me because of the eating disorder.
child,
What is happening?
it's a little something. Anyway, child, if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give that a notification bell a ring a ding ding so that you'll be notified every time I post a video. And by the way, I realized I didn't tell y'all the names. So I'm gonna start from the picture that you're looking at right now, from the left. The first person name is Dorit. The second person name is Kyle. Then is Erica Garcelle. And then bottom, starting from the left, is Sutton, Lisa, Crystal, and Diana. But again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next review. And this is season 12, episode 13, I believe. But it's going to be in the title. So, yep.